To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WDW Fanboys Podcast.
Hello.
I'm Johnathen Hopkins, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Brett Bennett and Spencer Coleman.
That's me.
And today is December 22nd, and this will be episode 197. Our show is sponsored by Pixie Vacations. Pixie Vacations is an authorized Disney travel agent. They offer fee-free bookings to Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Lines, and Adventures by Disney. You can find links to their site on our homepage, or you can give them a call directly at 678-815-1584.
197. Shouldn't this been like 199 or 198?
I don't know. I messed up. Speaking of which, so we've got it kind of figured out.
Kind of.
Our 200th episode will be on Sunday, January 12th. So that means we will be recording a live show either Friday, January 10th, or Saturday, January 11th. Yay. Which I think is a lot better than trying to do it on the 3rd or the 4th, because we might still be hungover.
Yeah, well, I will
Just
be.
clear your calendar for that whole week, though.
Yeah.
Just to celebrate.
I'm going on
Just-
a week-long binge.
Yeah, just, so...
But the good news is you have 3 more weeks to submit your selection on the Fanboy poll, which is,
Yes.
would you like to see me on camera from here on out? That decision will be made on the live show. Right now we have 13 yes votes, 5 I don't care, and 3 no votes.
I went to the public library and used all the computers to put yes.
Yes, well...
So.
Anyways. So, I got a couple things to go over. First thing, I know in the group I was talking about my favorite beer from when I was in Cleveland, Dragon's Milk. All the fans who wrote in saying, hey, I bring some down for you, blah, blah, blah. There's no need. I actually found a place in North Carolina that will ship it to me. So I bought 12 bottles worth, but thank you anyways.
If any fans are bringing beer down, I will accept it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Please.
Yes.
Yes.
I accept my own beer.
I do accept gift certificates still. And flowers.
You can bring me the Dragon's Milk and I'll resell it to Hopkins.
Yes. Dude, it cost me a king's ransom to buy 12 bottles of this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Josh Fenton, or Epcot Josh, when he's buying
Pink
sake. It's actually cheaper to buy more of it than,
Yeah.
But it came...
Well, he has it delivered by rickshaw, which is pretty expensive.
Yeah, well, yeah. Rickshaw, by the pallet.
Yeah.
Couple things that I've got, and then we'll see what these two numbnuts have.
Oh.
I might not edit that, whatever.
Don't edit it, leave it in.
I have feeling.
So, it was Monday or Tuesday of last week. I had entered in on the Disney Parks blog to... it was a limited time magic to walk around Magic Kingdom before the park opened with Phil Holmes, the vice president of Magic Kingdom. So we get there, and actually a friend of the show, Christy Gamble, she got selected too. It was kind of, you signed up, it was random. Some people got picked. I was lucky to get picked. I never win anything, so I was really happy.
You won me.
But, so you got to go into the park. They actually gave you a ticket, a one-day ticket, which I should have pocketed.
Is it a golden ticket?
And,
No, they're very specific.
yeah, I should have pocketed. I was thinking about pocketing it and using my AP, like Brett suggested, but then I thought they might see that an AP just went through and be like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, when I did the tour of the Tower of Terror, they're like very specific. Don't use your AP. Don't use Casted if you have it. You have to use this ticket to get in the park right now.
It's probably because they write it off on accounting or something like that. But anyways, so we all show up. And actually, it was kind of crazy. I've never been to the park that early. Well, except for the 24-hour event, but people were already there. But so even at the TTC, they're still cleaning and everything else. And I'm waiting for the monorail, and one of the monorails wasn't talking to the track. So they had to pull it off, and I had to wait another 15 minutes for another monorail. I'm dying, like, because I had to be there by 7:40. And I'm like, oh my God, come on, let's go. I'm freaking out. So I finally made it. And, Phil Holmes shows up. They give us these little headsets so we can listen to him talk and everything. And so we got to go in, and it was kind of cool. I mean, you still had people coming in for reservations and everything else. But for the most part, you've seen Main Street. I mean, it's completely empty. Now, except for at the end in front of the castle show, they were actually doing a recording for a Christmas celebration, but for a Spanish network. So it was kind of interesting because there wasn't that many people there in front of the stage. So I wonder if they CGI'd like a whole bunch of people or interlooped it with the pre-existing taping.
Yeah, they did. They actually do that for each of the different countries or whatever. That's going to show the Disney Parks Christmas Parade. Because I remember, this past year and then 2 years ago, I did the Christmas Parade taping, Magic Kingdom, just for the whole big thing with the big crowds and everything. But then one of the days I was there in 2011, there were these two guys, Canadian guys, doing a bunch of segments and recording and whatnot. And when I torrented one day the Disney Christmas Parks Parade, whatever it is, to watch to see if I could find myself, and it was actually the Canadian version. It was those two guys. So anytime that you would see the normal host, it was the Canadian guy. So they'll film their own anchor segments and all the stuff like that.
So it's kind of interesting.
If it's one of the new Spanish channels, they usually just use a bunch of cardboard cutouts.
ESPN 8, the Ocho. That's what it's going to be on. But anyway, so we got in, and our first stop on Main Street was by the windows and everything, and they had these pre-cut-out billboards with pictures and everything, and he started talking about Roy and everything else, and I don't know, for whatever reason, anytime anyone starts talking about Roy or Walt, it could be my most hated villain. They start talking about these guys, and I kind of get choked up. But, and I know a lot of people have their misconceptions about Phil Holmes. I don't really know the guy. He seemed all right. I mean, apparently the comments have been his smile scares me or something like that. But he was an all right dude.
Everybody's the Antichrist if they don't do exactly what somebody wants.
So we walked down Main Street and then walked towards the right of the castle and walked through the back way, and then we were by the carousel and we stopped again and he talked a little bit, and then we kind of made our way around New Fantasyland. He was talking about Belle and the everything else, a couple of details and whatnot, and stuff everyone knows about. And then talking about the Mine Coaster and kind of, didn't give a specific date when it was opening or anything like that. But then we started heading past Ariel's and the Storybook Circus and everything. And I was like, God, how long is this tour going to be, And we end up by the train station. I was like, you're freaking kidding me. They're not going to do this. And so they get us all on the train. And then Christy's she's sitting next to me. She's already starting to lose it. And I'm trying to keep my composure and not lose it and be the, I can't cry or whatever. And so then all the characters start coming out. I'm freaking. I didn't take my glasses off the whole time because I got tears streaming down my face. Aww. And so we get in the car. In the car that we were in, Mary Poppins got on with Cinderella's three sisters and the mother and Stitch. And Stitch is screwing around with them and everything. And as much as I hate Stitch, I like the movies, but as much as I hate the character and how much they push it, it was kind of funny watching it. You kind of get in a different mindset. But then they start pulling off the out of the station and everything, and we go past. We get up to the Main Street station, and excuse me, you see this crowd of people waiting for rope drop, and then they start the rope drop celebration. At this point, Christy's a mess. I'm sitting there just biting my lip and biting my tongue, ooh, stay strong, But it was kind of hard. I mean, they always kind of do that thing, and we're waving, taking pictures. I've got pictures that I'll throw up on the YouTube video while I'm talking about this right now, and I'll throw them up on the show notes and whatnot. But it was a really cool experience. And afterwards, we got off, and Phil kind of talked a little bit. We were standing on the platform in front of Main Street Station, and then they gave us a commemorative pin that they had made for that event specifically, which is on the YouTube video, and I will also post a picture on the show notes. But it was pretty cool. It's
bidding starts at $5,000.
Yes. It's mouse ears, and then it's got a picture of Walt with a poster of the Florida Project and everything from the video, and Cinderella's castle and everything. But it was pretty cool. I was glad to do it, and if they ever did anything like that, I would recommend anyone signing up for that just to see if they could get to do it, because I don't think they do. From what he was saying, I mean, if you're a cast member, yeah, you get to do that kind of stuff, but for outside people, they don't really get to see that kind of stuff.
Limited time magic.
Yeah. Considering it was limited time magic, that was like one of the cool things that they have done, besides like the villains event and everything else. They've actually been doing a couple of those where it's,
Yeah, they've been doing...
Like, you won a couple of the show years.
Yeah, I did the first one, which was the Hollywood Studios Tower of Terror one. And there was another one the next week. I don't remember what it was. I think it was the Epcot Flower or Food and Wine Gardens, which didn't make sense to me. And then the next one was an Animal Kingdom one, and then they finally did this one, Animal Kingdom one.
The one I wanted, too, then afterwards I didn't register for was the preview of Saving Mr. Banks at Hollywood Studios.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, it opens tonight as we're recording. So I think I might go see it tonight.
Maybe.
But, so that, it was fun, whatever. I know everyone on Facebook and everything, they were like, you should ask Phil Holmes this and that. And I'm like,
when Dreamfinder's coming back.
Yeah, I'm like,
hey, I'll kill you.
Really?
You know what? I was all gun-ho about doing that when I got in there. but then as soon as I got on the train, I'm like, I can't. He opened it up for questions. I was like, I can't be a D and just ask this guy. You
don't
know,
want to be that guy.
Yeah.
You got to be the one in the crowd that asks a question that really should be answered in this situation.
Yeah. I mean, it was a neat experience. I'm really glad that I'm down here and I got to experience that.
Yes.
Can you bring back Mr. Toad?
Yeah.
Skyway coming back?
Skyway coming back? No, because Tom Hanks said that people were fooling around on the Skyway in Disneyland. That's why they took it out.
That's right.
But
I didn't know they could see that.
So then last week I did one of the Christmas parties. I don't know. Magic Kingdom's always done nice. Like the Main Street's done really well and that, but the rest of the park is kind of iffy. And if my memory serves me right, I think the trail between Tomorrowland and Storybook Circus had decorations and everything, but they didn't really have anything this year.
They didn't do it for the Halloween party either.
The only thing that they had was it seemed like they had a ton more hot cocoa and cookie stations.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see it. Well, that's weird because normally they just throw them in the quick service. I don't know how there'd be more.
But it seemed like every quick service had them.
Yeah.
And from the years past, it seemed like there was limited numbers of that.
It was a huge line, so there was definitely limited numbers passed. They probably realized it this year.
Yeah.
Made it a lot more.
All I know is I had 8 cups of cocoa times 2 sugar cookies each. By the end of the night, I was in sugar coma.
Do they not have the Snickerdoodles anymore?
No, you could have gotten
bull crap.
You could have gotten apples, sliced apples, which I did one of those because after the sugar cookies, I was like, I no more sugar cookies. But I don't know. And the fake snow machines, they really gotta ramp those up because it just does not.
Soap.
Yeah, it does not push out the fake snow like it's supposed to. But it's fun. Again, I know I talk about this, but it's my first year being down here away from home in Ohio for Christmas, and so
music now.
Yeah, it was kind of nice to see, the decorations and everything, and even if it's fake, it kind of I'm still waiting for that Christmas miracle that in Orlando it's gonna snow on Christmas Day for me. But
it's gonna be 75 degrees.
I know it's gonna be record temperatures of 110 or something on Christmas Day.
We'll put the AC on really low on Christmas Day.
I'm gonna climb into the freezer on Christmas Day.
Oh jeez.
That's what they need is indoor. Why don't they have indoor skiing like they do in Dubai in Orlando?
Because that's Dubai.
Well, yeah, but they could do it here.
Could be a draw.
Yeah.
I mean, how many Northerners come down here for the holidays that would like to experience that? Even have the indoor skiing and then have like a ski lodge type area where people can be in warm clothes
Blizzard
outside
Beach,
with
dude.
snow.
Blizzard Beach.
Blizzard Beach is a lie.
Alligators don't ski.
That's where we'll go on Christmas Day. Blizzard Beach.
Blizzard Beach, yeah. That's about the only place you can get in on Christmas Day.
That's
Yeah.
Typhoon Lagoon because it's closed.
No.
So what are your guys' plans for Christmas? Are you guys going to try to hit the parks or
I'm
not?
actually going to be in Tampa. I'm off somehow, right? Somehow I actually got off Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, which is weird working in, I don't work
Are you
directly
scheduled
in the
after
theme
those
parks.
days?
I actually don't work the 26th or 27th either.
Are you
Oh,
scheduled
wow.
at any time after that break?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
no.
all right.
Yeah.
Just
No,
trying to
well,
point out the hint here.
Well, it was very weird because I worked out a deal with my management and I said, hey, if I work the 24th and 25th, can I have the 26th, 27th off and New Year's Eve off, which is normally, one of the busiest days of the year for the area. And he said, yeah, I can do that. Then literally as soon as the schedule dropped for the 24th and 25th, I had people coming up, hey, do you want to work Christmas Eve? Hey, do you want to work Christmas Day? I'll take your shifts.
Yeah.
I said, done.
Nice.
Yeah.
I said, take them. So I'm going down to Tampa. My girlfriend's parents are coming into town. We got a beach house over there, so we'll go beach on Christmas. Whatever.
Tampa has beaches.
Yeah, they're not the best.
I've seen the ports.
They're there.
I finally, because of my job, I finally got to see the Gulf of Mexico. I was at a location and I was like, hey, I'm like 2 miles away from the coast, so I drove a little bit and I was like, wow, Gulf of
Water.
Mexico, water, fantastic. Can check that off my bucket list.
The Tampa side definitely does not
you see
have the best
dolphins?
beaches, but
No. yeah.
Aw.
I was looking for oil slicks. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, perfect.
Oh. But yeah. So
Yeah, so that'll be.
I've been to both coasts, but I've actually never actually touched the ocean. So I still got to do that. That's on my bucket
Touch.
list. Touch. Just stick my toes in and be like, check.
Yeah.
Done that.
But I plan on going to, at least Magic Kingdom once in the next, before Christmas, maybe, Monday or so, because they do run the Christmas parade.
Yeah.
And they do holiday wishes
Yeah.
every night as well, that would normally be only for the hard ticketed Christmas parties. So if you can get a spot for that, that's fun.
Yeah.
And then I definitely plan on going to Hollywood Studios at least once too, to see the old Comedy Warehouse performers doing their comedy Christmas show or whatever it is.
Now, do
next
they
week.
have? I remember somebody asking on Facebook if they had scheduled times yet.
I think there might have been. I'm not sure yet though.
Does Downtown Disney, like, because I know they used to have that place where, like, they celebrate New Year's every day, or, on the...
Pleasure Island,
Yeah. Now, for New Year's,
I
do they
remember
do
those
anything
days.
cool like that?
They might have some kind of party things, but they don't do fireworks anymore.
Ah.
The only thing that I believe is happening at is actually at Disney Quest, where they have a New Year's Eve party.
I've seen
And
that.
always somehow gets sold out, and I don't understand
There's
it.
no booze. Why?
Yeah,
Would that be-
exactly. But yeah, so that's the only thing that really happens at Downtown Disney, is Disney Quest.
I'm guessing they must have a big dance floor.
Hopefully when they do Disney Springs, they change that up a little bit.
Yeah.
I could say in 1990 when I came down here, Pleasure Island was awesome.
I was
Because
10 years old when you came down here.
you get the you had the
I
New
was
Year's Eve celebration
-2.
every night, and it's exactly where the Simpsons spoof it came from.
Yeah.
But they had up around BET and the Adventurers Club, they had a huge stage and a huge celebration and fireworks and confetti, and it was just an enormous celebration with a DJ that enthusiastically announced the countdown every night.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be interested to see, because I definitely plan on going to the parks on New Year's Eve. That's one of the main reasons I've wanted off. I know it's crazy, I know it's going to be hell, but I've worked it, and I've never been on the other side. So
You know what you can do is find a closet that just you fit in and put yourself in there for the night for like 6-7 hours.
Well, I remember last year looking
bring
at...
my flask with
I
me.
remember last year looking at Christmas and New Year's and going on a couple websites up. Magic Kingdom Phase 3 closing. Epcot.
10:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. 2011, I worked. What was that? I think it was 16 hours on New Year's Eve at Disney at Epcot, and I started, right at like 8 o'clock at Epcot in parking. I actually picked up a parking shift.
Yeah.
And they had me stand out in front. Well, first they had me go stand in RV parking, which was horrible because it was literally a dirt lot. That they had me one of those lightsaber things.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, just
Good
tell
luck
people,
coordinating that.
just tell people with RVs to come here. I said, I don't I don't know how to park these things. It's like, no, just tell them to go to this lot. Let them figure it out for themselves once they get
Oh God, it's a free for all.
Basically, it's just
we got RVs parked side.
It's a dirt lot. And then they're like stand out there. The guy there is gonna go on break, and then he'll come back and relieve you. You come back over here. We'll give you something else. Dude was gone for like an hour, and I had no idea where he was, and I didn't have a radio, and it's just like finally the dude comes like walking back. Oh, hey, you can go over. But then they stuck me outside of the park real quick, or like right in front of the the Epcot plaque and everything. And I had to be there at like 9 o'clock around opening. The lines were pushed back for the turnstiles all the way back to the monorail station. Every single line.
Oh,
wow. All the way back there. And then I started to see these like execs come out, VP of Epcot, VP of Park Operations, all these things coming and sitting at the monorail station because at 9:05 Magic Kingdom had capacity.
9:05?
9:05, and they were not letting people on the monorail except for resort guests.
Oh my God!
Because they could not let anybody.
I wonder what guest services
must
have
to go
through.
Well, that's what I said. They were putting like park execs out there.
Do you know how much I paid to be here, and you're not letting me in these
So-
parks?
So when a phase 3 closing, like AP holders, they're screwed, right?
No, it really depends. You can find a list I think on
I thought it was
Magic.
yeah.
And it depends. Like I know definitely 1 day park holders. Not, and then it's like non-resort guests gets knocked out.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure how it goes from there.
Yeah, because crap. So I have to go there at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, Epcot never hits capacity. Epcot has not once hit capacity because it has like an 80 to 100,000 person capacity.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the Animal Kingdom never hits capacity just because it's Animal Kingdom.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I think
half-day celebration.
Yeah.
Once Avatar hits, though, man, it's all going to change.
Yeah, it's all going to change.
It's all going to change.
Now, I heard that when they do have those Phase 3 park closings, usually by late afternoon, it opens up.
Yeah, for a while. All right, let's see. Phase 1 park closing. Guest was a Magic Your Way base ticket or a 1 day 1 park ticket. Guests without an admission ticket and cast members using main gates or silver passes will be turned down at the parking lot booths. So not even at the gates, at the parking lot booths. Phase 2 closing.
I can get past that.
And, exactly. But at Phase 2, the only people allowed in are resort guests, annual and premium pass holders, so you're good. Guests with hopper tickets, guests re-entering, guests with dining reservations, or any other reservations, and also using Walt Disney World transportation. So at that point, you could park at like downtown Disney and get in.
Yeah.
Phase 3 is unlimited admission is limited to resort guests, all pass holders, but not seasonal pass holders, only annual.
Okay.
Cool. We're good.
Guests with dining reservations and with boutique or Pirate Leagues reservations.
I will request.
Phase 4 is everyone's out.
Phase 4
closed completely.
Phase 4 is 9/11. That's when that happens. That's what it is. I mean,
basically.
If Phase 4 hits while I'm down here, I'm gonna be scared because something bad happened. But
I forget who it was. I was talking where it was. I was talking to an Orange County sheriff, but they were saying how at like usually the Phase 3s when Main Street is pretty much a jammed concert.
Yeah.
There are people in the middle of Main Street calling 911
because
they're trapped, and they just divert them right to guest services. Because what are they going to do? Drive an ambulance down the middle of Main Street to rescue somebody?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Somebody has a stroke, so everybody lift them up and pass them down the line.
Oh.
Crowd surfing.
That's the only thing. I thought about going to Magic Kingdom on Christmas, but I was like...
Christmas surprisingly is not bad.
Christmas morning, I don't think would be that bad, would it?
It's not. No.
Because
New Year's Eve is the busiest day of the year. Christmas is not bad because everybody gets Christmas vacation or Disney vacations for Christmas.
Yeah.
They come down the next couple of days, and that's when it gets hit.
Yeah.
The days after Christmas is when it gets slammed hard.
Now, my favorite part of the year is going to be, since I'm down here now, is going to be January and February.
Yes.
When no one is here.
Oh, yeah.
Except for in January, the running freaks. You know, they're like, "Ooh, let's run in January." You're insane. No, I'm just kidding. I know. Was it Jeff
Brunel?
Brunel, yeah, he's a runner and everything else. No, dude. I totally get. You know,
if you're not being chased, what's the point?
I was a runner. You know, I'm a terrible human being now.
You're still a runner now.
No, I'm not a runner.
You're not a runner now?
Unless I'm being chased. Unless I'm being chased or there's pins available that are limited edition, then I'm a runner.
The Epcot event and the 24-hour event, Hopkins took off out of the starting gate.
Yep.
Like he had childhood monsters chasing him.
had track shoes on. Would that be weird?
He even freaking
first one here.
Ryan, whatever his last name is right now. He's a kid. He's in decent shape for a kid, a high school kid, and Hopkins sprinted by him.
I had 2 heart attacks on the way to Mouse Gators, and I still beat him.
He still beat him. It's like, I mean, you look at the two next. I mean, he's a young kid, and he's in decent shape for a young kid. So you'd think, this guy, I'll sprint anybody in this crowd.
Yeah.
Nope, didn't happen.
No.
In my former life, I was a runner.
Oh.
Now I'm just a terrible human being. That will probably die at an early age. Yeah. I might not make my 40s. I said that when I hit 30, but who knows?
We'll see.
Yeah.
What else is happening?
I do want to just briefly experience the parks during when it's like hectically crazy. Yeah. I won't go too deep into the parks. I want to be able to get the hell out of there when I get tired of it. But I want to experience the chaos.
I'm almost. I thought about this a couple of days ago. I was like, maybe I could walk to downtown Disney, or park somewhere. I don't know. Downtown Disney's really not that. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to drive and then not be able to get.
It's
even
less
get a
than
taxi.
3 miles
Yeah.
to downtown Disney, so you can even get a taxi there.
What was I gonna say? I have ridiculously low expectations of the thing I'm gonna be able to do at Epcot on New Year's Eve.
You're not going there to ride rides. You're not any of those parks those days. You're not. You're going for that experience. You're going for that fireworks.
For
the 4 or 5 DJs that'll be there to see the lines of Test Track all the way down the whole row right there.
I'm gonna start selling water.
Dude.
Just bring a backpack full. Water, $1.
I know there's like hour-and-a-half long beer lines at least.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just pack my own little cooler and leave it in my truck, and then go back out there, have some beers, come back in.
Walk around with a gallon jug and a hose. Water.
Yeah. Water.
Camelback filled with dragon's milk. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh God.
Hopkins, if you want to see one fanboy passed out at Epcot on New Year's, go to Epcot. I might make it halfway around World Showcase.
See, approaching, you'd be at the bag check. Is this the line for the turnstile? This is the line for Soren.
I'm the Lizard King!
They have illuminations at midnight, of course, and at 6:30.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, they have illuminations at 6:30.
Of
night? Course, yeah.
Or the morning?
No, at night.
Oh, okay.
Of course, it's dark.
It is dark.
It's dark enough now.
Yeah.
It gets dark at 5:45.
Yeah.
But I thought that was crazy. I was looking at the whole New Year's Eve schedule, and it's like illuminations at 6:30 and 12.
Yeah.
Or 11:45, whatever.
Go there at 6:30, and when it's over, say, "Okay, park's closed. Everybody out."
Yeah.
Let's see how much you can clear it.
See, that was the thing when I worked buses in the morning in 2011, or not buses, but parking, and then I worked custodial at night, and we were all scheduled till 2 or 3 a.m. and people cleared out after midnight.
Yeah.
It was crazy how fast they cleared out. The park was still open till 1 or 2, and then we were scheduled till 3. Everybody was gone by 12:30, 1 o'clock, and we all, as soon as the park hit, we all went back to the office and got to yards and got off work early.
That's what I might do then. I'll wait till
midnight,
and just walk right in.
See, that's what I would do is once everything was done, no matter where I was, I would just stay until the park pretty much cleared out, so it was easy to get around.
Yeah.
But it's really cool to see it at Epcot. I don't know if you guys have ever been, but
no.
A lot of the
Yeah, I've been to the parks a couple of times.
Well, yeah, whatever. But
for that 5 months I was off.
Yeah. But they take away a lot of the gates and stuff to all the grassy areas.
Oh, really?
And they just let people
It's
go
just a free for all.
crazy. And people will be sitting there since like 5 o'clock at night waiting for midnight illuminations.
Taking naps.
Yeah, exactly. They bring blankets and lay down in these giant grassy
Who's
areas.
ever had a hit of the brown tab? It's bad. You need to seek emergency help. It's gonna be like Woodstock all over again.
Oh, pretty much.
But they put these temporary fences down actually at the water lines.
Oh God.
They let people in the grass up until
That's
those.
so messed up.
Yeah,
man.
it's crazy.
I wonder how many people died that night.
Oh God.
No, I'm serious. Like you. Okay, the problem is, I wonder if they do regulate like the alcohol. Like, do they cut it off at a certain point? Because you can't have people drinking all day, all the way to New Year's Eve, like at night.
Yeah, you cut people off. It's the server's responsibility to see if you're stumbling towards the thing. They can tell you.
Yeah,
that's a really good point, because just like if you're a bar, if you serve somebody that's already inebriated and they get in an accident, you can and usually are held liable.
Right.
Epcot, there's going to be tens of thousands of people there. How are they going to make sure that every single person leaving there is going to be okay to drive?
Yeah, I can't.
I'm guessing since pretty much all
That's
the
what I
roads-
want to see is the after show of all the Orange County sheriffs lined along World Drive.
I was going to say, since the roads are all on Disney property, they probably have every square inch covered with security and OC sheriffs.
Yep, basically.
I think too, a lot of times when they have those events, like even the Christmas parties when it let out, you've seen a lot of Orange County. I think they're looking for those people that are just really, really drunk.
Yeah.
For the most people, they're just kind of like, yeah, we're out on the road.
Yep.
Be cool and stay safe.
Yeah.
You know?
Sort of I'm a little inebriated, but I'm okay to drive. Even though I probably shouldn't be. I can still make it against the ones that are like, you know what, you shouldn't even be walking right now.
Right.
But if you're going down, any fans that are going to be down there around Christmas and New Year's, God help you. It's just going to be nuts.
Yeah. Yep. We'll be here.
Yeah. I'll watch the fireworks from the patio, man.
Now,
I do want to see the fireworks. That's the only thing I want to see is how if they can outdo the villains event.
Yeah. Christmas and New Year's. I know that Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the fireworks are different, a little bit more along the lines of what the 4th of July week was like, where it's more along the horizon that you see the fireworks instead of localized around the castle. And I'm wondering
perimeter fireworks?
Yeah. Thank you, perimeter fireworks. I'm wondering if Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, if they're going to be more similar to that, or if they're going to even be enhanced upon that. I'm guessing New Year's Eve will be, but I wonder if Christmas Eve will be.
Christmas, the whole week of Christmas they do the holiday wishes, so it does have the perimeter fireworks.
Okay,
but it's
so
just for that.
like
it's just like holiday wishes where it's just the short at the end.
The Christmas party. Okay.
Yeah, basically, and I can't believe I forgot to mention this before now. Wishes, or whatever the New Year's Eve wishes is at Magic Kingdom, they actually do on the 30th as well.
Oh, okay.
They do the night of the 30th and the 31st. So you can go to Magic Kingdom the night before New Year's Eve, the 30th, and watch the same fireworks happen that night.
That's cool.
And then they also do it on the 31st.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
pro
tip, go to Magic Kingdom on the 30th.
I'm going to record one of them.
I was going to say, one of those shows we'll record from here, and we'll put it up on
And Epcot's fireworks are always late. I've noticed that. Yeah. For New Year's Eve, when I did in 2011, you could see Hollywood Studios' crazy amount of fireworks going off at midnight, and we were still going through all the different countries at midnight. It's like we were watching it on our phones, and we were like, well, crap, it's past midnight. The Epcot fireworks haven't said midnight yet. They were late.
What's going to be your New Year's resolution?
I don't know.
What's going to be your New Year's resolution?
I never have resolutions.
Less thoughts about killing Hopkins.
Mine's going to be to be a better person.
To be a better mother.
And to forgive myself. I'm going to be a better mother. Why you always got to bring up mothers?
Aww.
That's what I want for Christmas is I want one more day with my friend Rick.
Aww.
But I can't have that. Thanks for dredging that up. I'm bringing the show all the way down to a critical stop. After 33 minutes in. Fans don't want to hear this kind of stuff.
They're probably gone by this time anyways.
Yeah. They're gone. Yeah, they're all gone.
Yeah.
If anyone's still listening, kudos. I'm proud of you.
We have 3 listeners because they're passed out at the monitor.
Well, you know, if people have stuck in this long, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting on to our 200th episode, and it's not our 200th for. I got to figure that out too. How many episodes we've actually done as the new Fanboys?
7. Yeah.
Like
7.
Yeah, 7 or 8. Yeah. People are still waiting for Tim to come back. I know. I understand this. I'm not pretty.
He's gone. Get over it.
But I try. Okay.
Aww.
Everyone.
Well, you know what it is. See, that's the thing is when people complain enough, things usually change in their favor. Like all the fanboys that went on for a week and a half about Brian dying on Family Guy.
Quiet you.
What?
Like
He died.
That was very upset.
You didn't see that he died?
Yeah, I know he died.
Alert?
It was stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's back.
But he's back now. I said to you the day after they'll bring him back.
Well, everybody.
I said dry your tears. They will bring him back. I give it 2 weeks, and 2 weeks later they brought him back.
What is Seth MacFarlane's tweet? Something about we
What
have
the hell's the matter
to be effing idiots to do that or something.
Yeah. Because the more I thought about it after he tweeted that, I was like, well, yeah, they make those shows like 8 months ahead of time.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like South Park, where South Park does it like a week before it gets released.
Yeah.
So
we can't do the show this week because it's too close.
Yeah. So, food trucks.
Yes.
Are they here yet?
Yeah, I'm
They're
pretty
going
sure.
to the studios.
I heard they're heading to the studios. In a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All of them. Yeah, no, I remember because somebody said something about the corn dog one the other day, so I know
Yeah.
they should all be there.
The 24th through the 4th, they're going to be at Hollywood Studio. Or no. Streets of America.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. That's weird because they've been at downtown.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know. I still haven't hit them up
Streets of
yet.
America during Osborne Lights, where it's already congested.
Yeah.
These
They're gonna drive them out before.
These are the same people that didn't expect that people were going to come to the Villains event.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh, and of course, the monorail system is going to be closed down during non-peak times again.
Which they did for the they did that for the resort only monorail.
Yeah.
Resort line recently.
Yeah.
Now they finally announced that they're going to do it for the main line. With no reason, because I remember when they did it for the resort line, they said, "Oh, we're doing it because of the Grand Floridian DVC,"
which I've heard from some monorail driver sources that the monorails are just a hot mess. I mean, it's a miracle that they're not falling apart at the seams. I mean, they have like I said in the morning for Phil Holmes' event,
right?
Sometimes the monorails won't communicate with the track, so the track has no idea where the train is at the time, and then they have to take it off.
Perkins.
Yeah.
I still remember the time when the piece of monorail track fell out and Superman had to come in and bridge the gap.
Yeah.
Quiet you.
What was I going to say? During the news last night, it came on a couple of times, the story about the monorails. And they had said that it was for the full automation of the monorail.
Yeah, which they're still doing that. But from what I heard is there's only one train right now that actually has kind of the equipment to beta test it. It still hasn't been. Really, all those trains need to be refurbed. I mean,
replaced.
Replaced. Yeah, sorry. They're, what, 20 years old? 28 years old now?
Not that old.
No. Okay.
What are we on, Mark 5? Mark 4?
I don't know. Monorail.
This brings up something I've always been curious about. If the monorails aren't working, people are going to think, well, how else can I get to the parks?
Buses.
Right, but there's a walkway that goes around most of the lagoons.
The rumor I've heard is that they're actually going to work on a floating pontoon bridge from MK to Grand. It's just a rumor. Don't take it as a grain of salt. Don't take it as, gospel or anything like that. So I could be totally way off. It's just what I've heard.
Well, I was wondering because
they need to finish that loop though.
Yeah,
that's what they need.
Beach, there's that one gap over the waterway.
Yeah.
That people always, if they're joggers, they would love to have. Even like one time I was at the Polynesian and I was going to walk back to the Contemporary because it was 2 a.m. and they said there's no way I can get back. And I realized there isn't really to walk because there's no complete walkway loop. Yep. But they could do that, and it's not like the areas that there are no sidewalks. It's not safe because there's plenty of areas that are secluded already as it is. The only thing they need to do is bridge that canal they have there. And, I mean, they could even have a bridge where a cast member just raises and lowers the drawbridge when they need to get boats in and out. It's not...
Well, they don't really need to get boats in and out for that area. What they need to do is for the...
electric water pageant.
Right.
Well, that's what I mean. Whatever's floating needs to get by.
So, the current monorail system that's on there was put into service in 1989. So, they're 25 years old.
Whatevs.
That's longer than most people own cars, man. And you know how many miles each train has probably got on it?
Spencer? How old is your
truck? It's a 97.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your truck is about 25 years old.
Those monorails...
Right?
No.
Those monorails are older than you, Spencer.
Sorry.
Whatever. This is the last ones were released in 91.
Your truck is 15 years old and it's a piece
of crap. And then if you consider the one that... and this is not joking, but sadly the one that was reconfigured from parts from the other two.
Is that considered brand new now?
It's not considered brand new, but it's refurbished, yeah.
Is it like a new refurb?
I don't know what they consider, but even that,
Is it just two little things that were jammed together?
which I've also heard that there's monorail drivers that won't even, like, if they get a shift for that monorail, they won't ride it.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad.
That's scary.
It's bad juju, man. It's just, someone died. I mean, it's not joking,
I wouldn't worry so much about that, but if they're worried about the actual performance of the monorail, that could be pretty
No,
scary.
they're not worried about that. It's more of a superstitious type thing that they just don't. It's sad. I mean, but in all round, it's all stupid. The reason that even happened, that's just there's multiple points of human error that should have never happened.
Of course not. I mean, I don't get the superstition. I should build a 13-story tower and have people deliberately.
Well,
die.
I mean, I would be if I was a monorail driver, I would be kind of freaked out. I mean, it's kind of
but I'm not gonna be worried about something happening to me.
No,
It's a horror movie.
Oh, dude, I'm worried about half those things right now when I ride on them. I mean,
oh god.
I mean, there's all the time, man. There's a tire that blows out and the thing has to get towed away. I've heard at least every monorail driver's probably experienced like 2 to 3 hour delay on a beam where they've had to pull it in and everything else just because they have so many issues. And the problem is they keep bringing it down for refurb and doing these delayed schedules. They need to replace the trains, period.
Yep.
Even the track too. There's some parts of that track that there's cracks that go all the way down. Now, I don't know if it's, it's reinforced, rebarb, and everything else. So it's not like a beam's going to snap, but just the fact that there's cracks and there's water getting into it, it's going to expand that rebarb anyways, and it's going to be a problem at one point. And you've got, what?
Pretty concerning.
How many people can fit on a monorail at a time? 300 people, 100 and something people?
I don't know.
Each
car can hold 20 seated passengers and 40 standing passengers. I don't know how many cars.
So that's
6-car trains.
Right
6-car trains.
Yeah. So that's people's lives, man. That's just like, well, you know what I also noticed too? Even their buses. Every time I'm driving through property, there's at least one bus somewhere that's busted down.
Yeah.
It's rigged, but they run the largest fleet. Really,
Right.
They run a larger fleet than most big cities run. So I mean, you're bound to have some. But
and that's the thing. It's an expensive line item. For accounting because you get all the transportation, but you get so many different areas that.
Have you guys seen the umbilical accordion buses?
Yeah.
I've seen them.
Umbilical buses.
I don't know the correct term for them right now.
Yeah.
I still want to ride one of those. Are those going from park to park or?
No. See, I was talking about that because I have a few friends that are mentioning them to me, and I remember our previous discussions going park to park. No, I've seen a lot of them going to Animal Kingdom, and then a few of them going to Art of Animation.
Okay. Because I know that they've moved a lot of what was going from the TTC as far as busing to Magic Kingdom now. They've moved those bus stops to the new areas of Magic Kingdom. So I was just, I don't know.
Like park to park, or
I think a lot of it was park to park.
Really?
Like you don't have to go to the TTC anymore.
Really? That's handy.
You can go from Magic Kingdom, to get to Animal Kingdom or that kind of stuff.
That's very handy.
Yeah, because that was always
hated that.
Yeah. When I was here just as a resort guest, it was like, crap. Now I got to go there and there.
Exactly.
Or I could hop on a bus, go back to Coronado, and then hop on a bus and go wherever.
Just as long.
Yeah. So, and they're even doing that with Downtown Disney. They're starting to do park buses.
Well, they had that one Animal Kingdom one, but I don't think that worked very well.
Which Animal Kingdom now is going to
Full Fast Pass Plus.
Full Fast Pass Plus. They're removing all Legacy Fast Pass.
Yeah, very weird. They also had a small test at Epcot recently. Too.
Yeah. But they need to do... Well, Animal Kingdom, I'm sorry, I love the park and everything, but it is a half-day park. I mean, it's better to do the testing there than at, Magic Kingdom.
Well, exactly. And
you can work out all the bugs and everything else.
Exactly.
But it's a free-for-all for everyone. I'd like to know how the hell I can get signed up for it, being an AP member.
Well, no, you just go into the park on that day and you go to a kiosk and reserve your thing.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's literally every
I thought it had to be activated on my AP to have that accessible.
No. Literally, it's every single person that goes into the park now. because since they're not offering any more paper fast pass tickets, the way it works is you go into the park with your RFID enabled ticket. You find one of the kiosks that they have there. You tap your RFID ticket. It can be a ticket. It can be your AP. It can be whatever. And you just plan your Magic or your Fast Pass Pluses for the day, and you don't have your Magic Band, so you tap your tickets on the Fast Pass Plus machines.
I heard too that they're going to be an actual Magic Band like service center, like they're
I wouldn't be surprised.
The main area for that. And I'm sure every park is going to have something like that. Well, Hollywood Studios got rid of SIDS for that specific reason.
What are you waving to?
There was a flyer bug or something.
But yeah.
So,
I haven't been over there to try it out.
Yeah, I haven't been at Animal Kingdom in a while. I like going to it at night after it gets dark and everything.
That's what I'm looking forward
when
to.
they've been doing it, they've been closing at 7 and everything. Expedition Everest is awesome at night.
Oh yeah, the whole park is.
Yeah, I mean all 3 rides that they have. I mean it's an awesome. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I'm just playing. All right.
What else?
What else you guys got?
I don't know. I'm thinking.
Don't think too hard. People are waiting.
Oh. Okay.
People got long Sunday drives to church.
Has anybody tried the cronut yet?
The what?
You haven't seen about the cronut?
That rings a bell.
No.
I don't know where it came from, but it's apparently the new food item at Epcot at the Promenade or whatever.
No, but I've heard
Showcase.
nothing but good reviews about that.
It's shaped like a donut, and it's apparently the mix between a croissant and a donut, like with cinnamon sugar.
I don't get where the croissant part comes in. The way
it's flaky. It's
no, that flaky is the
biscuits.
Pillsbury biscuits, the layers.
Yeah.
It would be a cross between that and a donut. I don't know where the hell someone got croissant from.
That's Disney.
But it looks really good, and I've heard quite a few people say it was really good. I actually haven't heard anything bad about it, so I definitely want to try it at least.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
At least once.
Yep.
Progress, Hopkins. It's all progress.
It's all progress.
Yep.
Whatever, man.
Whatever.
Progress is e-tickets, man. Harry Potter, that's progress.
Wow, this is
Meanwhile, at Universal.
Meanwhile, at Universal, they're opening a whole new land. We get crow
June.
nuts.
Whatever.
They just bought out SeaWorld and
you
scuttled the whole thing so you have another gate.
The stars of Universal's giant Harry Potter event that they're gonna have. You saw that they're having one of those. The stars that they're gonna have are the Weasley twins and the girl that played Luna Lovegood.
Yeah,
none of the number one stars of the movie.
they're done with that.
Nobody. It's just like
I do like that Luna Lovegood girl. She's got creepy eyes, but I like that.
Oh yeah.
But I like that.
Is she 18 now?
Oh,
I don't know.
Are you kidding?
Yeah,
she's never old enough to drink.
She's like 35 now.
Oh yeah.
Because the movies came out. The last movie came out like 12 years ago now.
No, not even that. Dude.
12 years ago.
4 years ago.
So the first book.
Star Wars is coming out with a new movie. Is Harry Potter coming out with a new movie anytime soon?
I don't know.
No, Star Wars is coming out with 3 new movies, but Harry Potter's not coming out with a new one.
Pretty sure we already had 8 Harry Potter
have the original
movies, and
characters?
Star Wars only has 6.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that in between those major Star Wars movies, there are going to be side movies that are going to come out every other year too.
Yeah,
So we're going to get like 6 new Star Wars movies?
I think it just so happens that the Harry Potter team has integrity and not just going to keep milking a cash cow that they know
Quiet
to make money
you.
off
So
of.
at what point are we going to have holograms?
Does
of
Harry
Harrison
Potter
Ford?
have lens flare? Is Harry Potter directed by J.J. Abrams? Wait a minute, I'm diffusing my own argument.
I'm wondering at what point we're going to see holograms of Harrison Ford because he's just too old to actually be in the movie.
Quiet you, Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford could still do Air Force 2.
Air Force
That movie's begging for a
That was
sequel. Get off my plane.
Oh God!
Someone shut the door. It's drafty in here.
Who is he married to Krista Flockhart?
Yeah.
Dude, she's like a piece of paper.
-2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We all knew that Festival of the Lion King theater is closing in January.
Yes.
Turns
Is that
out
being built behind the Tusker House?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what.
what.
I'm like, what is this? The only thing I can think of is it's going to be the new Lion King
Yeah,
theater.
it's going to be the new Lion King theater. Well, it turns out that not only is that going to close, but the whole Campany Mickey area is going to close on the same day.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah,
Because that's basically the only thing in the area.
You've got mail.
Yeah, because that's all going to be Avatar.
So yeah, it's official in January that Campany Mickey, I guess, is going to close probably at the same time.
Yeah.
And then Jingle Jungle Parade obviously is just a holiday parade anyway. It's going to close at the same time.
And you know what? I have no idea what they're going to have in Avatar Land for attractions, but I'm just excited to see what the land itself looks like. The attractions are going to be a bonus in my eyes.
The whole thing, too, is the fact that they're going to have a nighttime show now and a nighttime openings. If it stays...
But the animals are asleep.
Doesn't matter.
Wake them up. Yell at them.
If they stay open till like 9 o'clock like Epcot does, that'll be awesome because then it will even out the flow of people.
Right.
Even though you've got to go all the way to the other side of property to get to Animal Kingdom. I know, but it's still... You know, Western Way, going down that way...
That way sucks.
But it's nice. Like, they really need a park somewhere around there, like a fifth gate. Like, it's just... There's open area. I know there's...
adult
greenhouses. And...
Yeah. Off to the left, there would be greenhouses if you're heading west, but on to the right, there's like a pole barn type deal. Like, I don't know what the hell they're storing there.
It takes me 10 minutes and 5 miles to get to the Magic Kingdom. I'm spoiled. I'm not doing any more driving. Oh. Actually, it takes me the same amount of time to get to Epcot I timed a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So if it's more than 10 minutes, forget it. It's not worth it.
So, yeah. I'll be... Animal Kingdom needs it, and then, like I said, Hollywood Studios needs it, and then Epcot desperately needs something.
The Spice Road table at Epcot's coming along.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to talk
they
about
should have that open.
Some sources.
Because that's what we need is more Morocco, because Morocco's always sold out.
What was I going to say?
Funniest thing in the world, the other day when we were there was a blimp that was flying overhead. Blimpy. And we were wondering how close it was going to get to property. Yeah. And we're all watching the tower in Morocco to open up and see a missile come out for flying over Arab airspace.
But, yeah. Getting really close to Spice Road table opening. Saw some photos were sent to me from backstage Morocco the other day of all the tables being unwrapped and assembled. And apparently the owner of Morocco, quote unquote, was there as well, talking about Spice Road table, and it's going to be very lounge-ish type, big cushions everywhere.
Because we have this this internet deal where I'm supposed to
it's going to be $15 million.
I'm getting 10%.
Yeah, I have a deal like that with the African prince.
Yeah, cool.
Apparently, I have a relative that was in South Africa that died recently and left me $2.5 billion. All I got to do is send $1,000 check to retain it.
Oh, well, that's worth it.
I was going to get deals on Viagra.
We can get our house in Golden Oaks.
Yes.
Perfect.
What is this we?
Well,
if I get my house in Golden Oaks, I mean...
Well, I've got my separate deal with the Moroccan prince.
Poor boy.
So, besides, Morocco has more money.
You could be my Alfred.
Morocco has more
money
than
Batman.
Whatever.
Well, if you're Batman, he's Robin.
That's cool.
Spencer will be my Robin.
You're still Alfred.
Yes, you're still Alfred.
Can I be Nelson Mandela? I mean, Morgan Freeman?
Oh. Dude, he hated that. He was so upset by that.
Was he?
Yeah.
That tweet was fake.
Was it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure it was.
I don't know. It's on the internet. I believe everything on the internet.
Yeah, I do too.
So, all right. You guys got anything else?
That's it.
All right. If you're still hanging in, thank you. I appreciate it.
Happy Festivus.
Yes, happy Festivus Day. Next episode will be the airing of the grievances.
Yep.
Yes.
And the feats of strength.
Horribly wrong.
Yes.
That's the next episode. Live show.
I got a lot of problems with you people, and now you're gonna hear about them.
Yeah. So
Yay.
when this comes out, and then
That's
the
true,
next,
Merry
it'll be
Christmas,
Christmas.
everybody.
Yes.
Christmas
So
in a couple days, so Merry Christmas.
everyone have a Merry Christmas.
Whatever Kwanzaa is.
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
I don't know what Kwanzaa is, but
Kwanzaa. Well, I'd also like to thank Larry
Nobody
Kinsey and Nick Poberski again for coming onto the show last week.
Yeah. We'd like to thank Jeff Humbuck, but he hasn't gotten back to us.
Yes.
Yet. Jeff, get your button gear.
He hates us.
Loser.
Well, he hates me.
He's busy celebrating Hanukkah.
Yeah. No, Hanukkah's already been done.
That was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. He's probably Yom Kippur or Rosh Hashanah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Canadian Day.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. That's what he's
That's
celebrating.
my favorite holiday.
Yep.
All right.
All right, bye guys.
Take it easy, everyone. Have a happy holidays.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Whatever religious beliefs you have.
Yep.
See
Even
you
if you're
later.
not Christian or celebrate Christmas, have a Merry Christmas Day anyway.
Yes.
And now is the time when we dance.
No dancing.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle.
Well, it looks like that'll be it for this week's episode. If you have any questions or comments for us, you can send us a message using our Contact Us link on our homepage, or you can send us an email directly at questions@WDWFanboys.com. If you'd like to help us promote the show, every post on our page offers a one-click link to Facebook and Twitter. Just click the links on our site to let your friends know that you enjoy our podcasts and blog posts. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at WDW Fanboys, or join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/WDW Fanboys. And while you're at it, head over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel. And remember, if you're shopping on Amazon.com, don't forget to navigate to our Amazon links on our homepage. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help us out because every purchase you make through our links lets us receive a portion of your purchase price, which in turn helps improve show content and helps with running costs. And remember, if you do spend more than $1,000 worth of merchandise in a 12-month period, let us know, and we'll send you a free Fanboys t-shirt. Have a good one. Don't forget to join us again next week.